Okay, we have 6. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the DOXX Report. 72 years of age, retired United States citizen, MAGA member, and proud of it. Recipient of Medicare payments, living and broadcasting from Central Florida, location being Frank.
Oh, Boca Vista.
Thank you, Frank. This is my personal YouTube channel, citizen journalism account, and my generalized social online platform. In addition, I'm founder and CEO of the Central Florida Network, CFN, and wannabe affiliate of the Villages News Network. Thank you for joining me. Oh, I don't know if you caught it, but I did the Jack show last night. The holiday man. Right? Yeah, the Holiday Man with Dr. Bob. I don't know if I'm going to be invited back. I think I upset. I could have united Jax back with some other people. I don't know, but I haven't heard from him. And I cover stories that I'm interested in. I am interested in this airport incident in Denver International Airport. Oh, and those flowers pretty? I got those up at Lowe's. I had to get some red in the background. Overcast, beautiful. Weather, 83 degrees Fahrenheit, that would be 28 degrees Celsius. Beautiful rain yesterday. Just greened everything up. Humidity, 71%. Wind, 10 kilometers per hour. That would be 6 miles per hour. And they're out there golfing. You can see the red flag up there. Beautiful day. Oh, thank you. We got a comment. But I think the succulents are going to bounce back. I don't really want to plant them. You know, I want them in the lanai and see how much I can get out of them. Don't know. Let's see. Helms, $400. Anyone planning to buy a Royal Pop Swatch watch? Only $400. Is that, it's not a mechanical watch, right? It's a quartz, a Royal Pop Swatch watch. Okay, I'll buy it. A Royal Pop Swatch watch. See what she looks like. Oh, God. No, Adamars? No, that... What are you talking about? Who makes this one? No, that's a mechanical luxury piece, right? You got to be kidding me. Oh, it's $400. It's a ceramic pocket watch. Launches May 2027. Exclusive collaboration launches exclusive and selected Swatch boutiques. First, design inspired by AP Royal Oak. Wow, well, I mean, it's already a deal breaker because it's a pocket watch. I don't want it bouncing around in my pocket. Swatch stores, I wouldn't, if I could put it on my wrist and I came across it, I might, but I don't know. I think it's kind of freaky looking. Yeah, let me see if I can get it for you. Hang on. I guess you could put it around your neck. I don't know what. I'll show it to you. Hang on. I'm into watches, G-Shocks. I'm not into, but $400. I mean, I'm a value shopper, of course. Let's take a look. Share screen. Brace yourself. Look at this thing. Yeah. Even the Mario, he's shocked at it. Oh, let's get rid of those. Well, you like that, Biff, or you just like the price? Well, not that. Pocket watch. Again, No, not for me. I don't like anything loose in my pockets. Any comments on that? I believe they have a risk variant. I'm not, if I came across it, I'd have to, try it on. I really don't like the green. The white, not really. I got a white G-Shock that looks great. I mean, $73. It's beautiful. It's a gimmick watch. Not sure if I would. Yeah. I don't know. Not for me. Mission implausible. So we did a little homework. I'm still sticking to the story that I think the guy did not know he was going to get hit. That's the reason I call it Mission Implausible. I made up my mind at the barber chair this morning. I had a great morning. I did a great 3-hour stream on the Holiday Man's channel with Dr. Bob. I think we did pretty good. 3 hours. We got over 300 views. Of course, we gave jock material and upset some people. Again, I don't know if I'm going to be invited back, but I haven't talked to Jax about it. So anyway, I was in the barber's chair, or I was on my way over there, and I go, wait a second. If you were you couldn't execute that plan. So I'm not going to use the S word. I'm just going to say self-harm. He was cognizant enough to get over the fact. In fact, let me read you something here. A little bit more on Michael Mott, 41, from Pueblo, Colorado. Criminal record, his summary, pretty lengthy. Now, his latest one, April 10th, okay, just a month ago, 2026, Colorado Springs Police Department, El Paso County Jail. Most recent arrest, first-degree criminal trespass, property damage, and resisting arrest at a residence. Okay, so that's what he does, criminal trespass. So he climbed the fence, the Denver airport, at 10:19 at night, in the dark, went over the razor wire or barbed wire, whatever they have. So he had to have some stability to do that. And I think he was just up to no good, and he had his hoodie on. And I can play you the thing again. You couldn't do a movie. If you had a mission implausible, and part of the movie script, you got to have a robot with a hoodie on, and he has to walk perpendicular. Can't run. You can't set it up. It has to walk and perfectly intersect the Airbus, which I correctly said was 160 miles an hour. Is it going 142 miles an hour? That's not possible. He couldn't do that. And he never once looked down. If you want to self-harm, and let's say, and he didn't leave a note either. He didn't leave a manifesto. There's no, I just checked it. There's no evidence of that. They're still, checking things on him. But he was walking perpendicular, a 90-degree angle to the plane. And let's say he did want to end his life. If they find a note saying, I'm going to the airport and I'm going to get hit by a plane, okay, then I'm wrong. But I'm saying 80%, and consensus, by the way, is not truth. The medical examiner based it on circumstances, but they don't know. They don't know what was on his mind. But when I see him with that hoodie going perpendicular, he's not even looking down at all. So I've come, in my mind, I'm saying, I'm doubling down. He was precisely at the wrong place at precisely the wrong time. But he didn't plan it that way. You call it fate, call it whatever you want to call it, and he looks up, it's too late, you're gone. Unless they find a note, and he specifically, I'm going to go to the airport and get hit by a plane, but I don't think he was doing that. I think he was just he was criminal trespassing again, and I guess I'm alone on that, but somebody's going to put out something. But it does fascinate me, this story. The authorities ruled his death a suicide. Okay, we know. He climbed an 8-foot perimeter fence topped with barbed wire, crossed onto a remote runway. So he probably didn't even know they were going to use that, about 2 miles from the terminal, and was struck by an accelerating Airbus A321neo flight 4345 to Los Angeles at around 11:19. So you're telling me he had to plan it so perfect, he knew what runway they were going to use, and see, I'm not buying it. Now I discussed it with my barber. She said, well, my dad took us to the airport. Those planes are loud. He must have heard it. I go, yeah, but that sound's going out of the rear of the airliner. When it's coming at you, you're going to hear the ambient noises of just air traffic and lights. But when you got that hoodie, and if he's listening to anything in his ears, he may have never seen it or even had any idea it was coming. And it says he was pulled into the engine. Give me a break. He was struck. It was going 142 miles an hour. He wasn't pulled in. He wasn't sucked in. The engine collided with him. I mean, slap. And he knocked out the fan jet on the engine. The strongest part of the plane is the engine, right? I mean, if he would have hit the plane, let's say his body part or his torso hit the fuselage, the wing, and if it cut it open, that would have brought who knows what would have happened, all that fuel. But the plane, the engine can take a hit, and it did. It instantly burst into flame. And I'm going to play it again, just for my fans out there, which I have none, but let's watch it again. And I'll loop it. Now, you tell me. I'm really into this story, as you can see. There he is, walking perpendicular. He's not stopping, walking. Oh, then he got hit. Here we go, close up, walking, gone. I don't think he even saw it coming. I just don't believe it. He didn't stop for a second. He had no idea. My opinion. Back to the beautiful day in Florida. Well, we're down to 2 people. That's okay. I'm just going to stream. I'm going to hang out. And when he was a teenager, let's see, where was he? He's had over 20 arrests in Colorado dating back to 2002, when he was a teenager. His record spans minor offenses early on to repeated violent felonies, property crimes, and failures to appear. He had multiple stints in prison and was reportedly homeless at the time of his most recent arrest and death. And it was criminal trespass. I think he was just at the airport. That's what he does. What are you going to do to me? And he was caught totally by surprise. That's my feeling on it. 2 people. So I'm going to play music and just going to run the stream here. So let me give you something less than rock and roll. Let's turn it way down, way down. Oh, I apologize to the viewers. I want to make sure my avatar was working, and it is working. It wasn't working this morning. I don't know why I got kicked off. I went in and took a shave. That's all I had left to do today is shave. I apologize to the barber. When I went over there, I said, I'm going to shave later today. Oh, it feels good. Let's go back to the, come on, let's get out to the shot. Beautiful. I don't know why I got kicked off. I had my phone on silent, but it lost the signal somehow. Don't know. It's back up and running now. Had I put my face in the camera, I would have been doxxed, right? Instantly. 4 people. Let's cut the sound. No comments, nothing. S&P 500 is going fantastic. It's 74.52 right now. I hope you're in the market. I hope you're doing well. I hope you have a 401k. If not, why not? I hope you're working. We're making that overtime, and you don't have to pay taxes on your overtime. If you're not working, how can you participate in America? Huh? Tell me that. Your entitlement? You just think you're entitled to have it? You don't have to do anything? Uh-oh, I lost people. See, when you talk responsibility, you lose people. Oh, let's get rid of this thing. Let's see. I'm not getting a swatch. Now, for the record, the overnight guy is claiming, let me get it right here. What is he claiming that I did? I just want to correct the record. Where's his channel? I want to set it straight here. Here we go. There's the overnight man. Blocked me on the Holiday Man channel tonight. Unbelievable, but true. No, it's not true. I did not block him on the Holiday Man channel. That would be the YouTube channel. I don't have the keys to his Holiday channel. What I did mistakenly, because I wanted to get rid of him, because he was being very disruptive, him and Easy Drink. And Morty was pissed off. I wonder if that was after I showed his playboard, or the fact that I was over there. I don't know. You'll have to ask him. I'm not listening to his show. I'm going no contact. What I did is I blocked him from my YouTube channel. So I went and unblocked him, and also Easy Drink. But it's impossible for me to block him on the Holiday YouTube channel. I can't do that. Now, I could do it on the StreamYard, which I didn't do. Nobody's blocked on Jax's StreamYard account. And it's impossible for me to block him on the YouTube channel. So his title is misleading, incorrect, and I'm setting the record straight. I'm just enjoying the view, hanging out. My neighbors have returned. Oh, the newspaper, right? So, you know, I got up 2:30 in the morning, and I didn't go get the paper, you know, and I just didn't go get it. And so I get a text from the neighbor across the street, and she goes, "It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Are you okay? Your paper's still out there. Are you okay?" I go, "Wow, they're really watching it. That's cool." I text her back. I said, "I'm fine, thank you. I mean, you're right on it." So I immediately went out and got the paper, you know, because usually I'm so regular, you know, I get up, I hit the fitness center, and when I get up that early, I take the paper. So when they get up, he gets up at 6. I don't know what time she gets up. Then she noticed the paper, but God bless her. I guess they would have done a welfare check on me by noon. I don't know. So it's working. It's just an easy way, but you have to talk to your neighbors. It doesn't do any good to have a buddy system or whatever you want to call it, you know, check on me unless you talk to your neighbor. And I make it as easy as possible for both of them and the other neighbor. Just look for my paper on the driveway. If you see 2 of them, you got to do a welfare check, because that usually, or, you know, text me or something. Right now, as we speak, hi, Dox, you appear to be showing a mixture of 2 camera shots. Right now? Well, thank you. Let me go on there. I don't see, let's see. Let me see. I only see 1. How can I do a mixture? What I did when I went out to the camera is I I hooked it up to, I just re-entered YouTube Studio. And maybe it's your device. I only see one on my phone. A mixture of 2 pictures, camera shots. It has like a dual camera setup, but I put it on I wanted the extra wide shot is all, which this is. There's a delay. Here, let me start it up again. There, it's in the shadows. Huh, I don't see that. Looks good here. But I learned something early this morning, because I was streaming on the Jack's, the Holiday Man channel, to give him some hours, and I could see my avatar, but he couldn't. I'm glad he told me, so he was right, but I see my avatar now when I put it up there. But that's strange. I appear to be showing a mixture of 2 camera shots. Well, I think what you're seeing is the golf screen will refract the light somehow. But it's a great day. A little warm. 89 degrees in the birdcage. I don't know why the camera shut off. I'm just hanging out. Do an hour, maybe a couple hours, maybe 3 hours. Don't know. Let's see if there's a UFO dump. War.gov. I am interested in UFOs too. I want the latest on that. I can't wait till they come clean on Roswell. Aliens. I want to see the aliens in my lifetime. 2 people. It's okay now. All right, well, thank you. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Now, there's a little water that dripped on me out there. I mean, the canvas top is not waterproof, so I hopefully it didn't hit the camera. But the iPhone 17 Pro is supposed to have some waterproofing out there. But thank you. I don't know what that problem was. Such a gorgeous day. S&P 500 is 70. It's 74.51 going up. Trump's over in China cutting a deal. Took Elon Musk and Tim Cook, and he's making them an offer. And you know he wouldn't go unless you already knew they were going to accept the offer. I mean, you know that, right? Ooh, we got a golfer. Man, how warm is it now out there? 83 degrees. That isn't bad. That's 28 degrees Celsius. That ain't bad. All right, back to the music. Okay. Let me address this. Pavel, is Mortimer banned here too? Or just on your other channel? I don't have another channel. It's the Holiday Man YouTube channel. It's impossible for me, as I've stated in the chat, it's impossible for me to ban Mortimer over there. He wanted a headline, so he got a headline. I booted him in easy. I was on, I don't have Jax's YouTube thing, so when I went to get rid of them, what I actually did was ban them from my channel here, which I then went in and unbanned them. It's a little confusing, but you can hide people in StreamYard, which I did not do on Jax's channel. There's nobody hidden on Jax's StreamYard. And I cannot ban anyone on his YouTube channel. So when I went to boot them, I deleted some comments. When I went to get rid of the disruptors, I did it from my own channel, not knowing it, so they're not banned anyway. So the net result as of today, as of right now, he's not banned anywhere that I know of. Not from here, not on my channel, and not on Jax's channel that I know of. So no, here too, no, he's on the other channel. It's not impossible. If you're talking about the Holiday Man, it's impossible for me, unless Jax did it, which I don't think he did. So he's not banned here and he's not banned over there. But he wanted a headline, so he went with the headline. And I didn't have any, I saw the headline and he's incorrect. I didn't ban him. I ended up banning him from my own channel, is what it was. But I quickly unbanned him. All right, are we clear? Let's see, where's the Colonel? Come on, Colonel. Give it to him, Colonel. Give it to Pavel, will you?
Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Are we clear?
Crystal.
I sure hope so. Any other questions? Oh, we got another question. Have you watched his No. No. Why? No. I'm not a victim. He can do whatever he wants. I don't care what he does. That's his business. I'm not going to have him come over when I'm trying to guest host on another show to give him some hours, and he's going to hassle me. He knows I don't put up with that, so he's, I just booted him. If I had to do it over, I'd do it again. And I'm not going to listen to Easy. I mean, these guys were just clogging up the chat. No, I did not listen to his response. I'm not interested in his response. Well, let him be fired up. Good, he's motivated. Maybe he'll do some work on his own channel instead of relying on Breitling. Good, let him be fired up. Well, he's hurt. I mean, come on, it has nothing to do with me. I mean, why would he be up, unless did he get upset after I put up the playboard? Or maybe the fact I was doing Jax's channel, he didn't like that. Maybe he thinks it should have been him. I don't know. I don't know what's in his head. Maybe you can explain it to me, but I'm certainly not going to listen. Why? I'm at peace. I'm calm. If he comes over and misbehaves again, I'll do the same thing. He was motivated. Good. I mean, I still can't get over the, I guess I'm about ready to let it go. That guy that got hit by the plane. But to me, it's not possible for him to be so precise in that, to get hit exactly where he wanted to get hit. If you wanted to self-harm by an airliner engine, you have to get it when it's taxiing or when it's at just warming up. The last place you would attempt it at takeoff speed, you have no chance at 142 miles an hour to get in position. And for him to get over the fence, the barbed wire, and like he had planned this, like he wanted to do this, I don't believe it. There's no note. I think he was, again, precisely at the wrong place at precisely the wrong time. And he got whacked because he's just strolling. That's not how it just doesn't happen. A fate, call it whatever you want. Well, he's fired up, but I don't have to listen to it because he makes up stuff too, you know. I mean, I don't accept his, what do you call it? The passive aggressiveness as a satire. Has nothing funny about it. It's not satire. It's passive aggressiveness, and I'm not going to put up with it. That's all. I go my way. He can go his way. So he wasn't trying to get harmed. Why skill? Because well, I'll tell you why. You got to know his history. The last time he's a criminal. The last time he was in trouble was April 10th, 2026, Colorado Springs Police Department, El Paso County Jail. Most recent, first-degree criminal trespass, property damage and resisting arrest at a residence. Okay, there you go, criminal trespass. When he climbed that fence, he knew he was doing criminal trespass. He didn't care. Well, he should have cared because that's the last thing he ever did. So why was he trying to get harmed? So if he wasn't trying to get, he was just trespassing. He didn't know why scale a huge fence and get yourself to the runway during a landing. That particular runway is kind of away from the place. I don't think he even realizes it was being used as a runway. I read that somewhere too. So again, it's just not credible that he could somehow plan it so perfectly that he would be. And he didn't get sucked into the engine again. He got hit by the engine at 142 miles an hour in that particular aircraft. And they also they monitor the speed of the aircraft at the time of the incident. And the guys watching the fence just thought it was a deer. I guess even a deer has enough sense to get out of the way, but not a human, not a crazy, messed up human. He was just trespassing. That's what he does. Or he's cutting across or just hanging out or he didn't give a shit. He should have. And he's just wandering around. And he got tagged. Because if you watch that thing closely, and I can play it again if you want to see it, he's looking straight ahead. And he's got that hoodie on. And airports are naturally loud anyway. And the plane's coming down, but all that engine noise is going out the rear. And I don't think he even noticed it. And he didn't flinch. Because I don't think he knew it was coming. He didn't even bow down or, maybe I'm making a mistake here. So let's say he died of, an accident, in my mind, is an accidental death, like an overdose. He didn't know that criminal trespass. I don't think he went out that night or when he saw that fence, to do self-harm. He did it to do a criminal trespass. Just to maybe look to something to mess around with or, hang out. I think he's homeless at the time. Again, there's no note. Pavel, Denver Airport is out in the middle of nowhere. There's no other reason well, he had a reason. He climbed the fence, and he couldn't have been out of his mind because he had the ability to do that. So he was coherent enough. He wasn't so messed up on drugs or anything. I mean, he got over the barbed wire. And I think the fence is, how tall is the fence? It's a 8-foot perimeter fence topped with barbed wire, crossed onto a remote runway 2 miles from the terminal. See, that's the key. I think the remote runway, he couldn't have planned that. Did he know that plane was going to take off to Los Angeles at that particular time so he could self-harm? No. It was just a runway he was going to cross over. He was just wandering around, And he was struck by the accelerating Airbus Flight 4345 to Los Angeles at 11:19 at night. Now, he's been in trouble since he was a teenager. But again, I don't think when he left the house, not the house, but whatever he did that night, when he climbed that fence, in his mind, he wasn't thinking he would never be around, or he had, minutes to live. I just don't believe that. He was too relaxed. He just strolled, and he couldn't. You can't time. That's the reason I call it mission implausible. That just doesn't. He was precise. Fate, call it whatever you want. He was precisely in the wrong place at precisely the wrong time. He did not plan this to be killed. I don't believe it. That's my thing on it. Until they find a note or they talk to a friend, and again, if he wanted to die if he wanted to self-harm by jet engine, that's the least probable way you can get it done, to time that just so perfectly, and to be in the position on a remote runway that you didn't know that was being used, and the timetable. No, you try to get in there when it was stationary somehow. I find you're far less probable. Well, you can find it any way you want. I think, I find your theory far less plausible than the intentional self-harm exit plan. Okay, that's your opinion. My opinion is, if you think it through, the amount of planning he'd have to do for that. And he wasn't, he wasn't hurrying. He was just, let's watch it again. I mean, this is the evidence. I'm just going by what evidence I see. Let's look at it again. Look, he's just strolling. He's not even looking to his left at all until the very last millisecond. There, now he turns. It's too late. See, he's looking straight ahead. He's just a criminal trespasser. It's a lone runway. Now he looks. Too late. Be interesting if he told anybody, but he's homeless, and it's it's a tragedy for him. But to be that well trained, I mean, to be on time. Oh, I gotta get over the fence. Let's see, this plane leaves at exactly such and such a time on this such and such a runway. He was just strolling around. He happened to be there, and he decided to trespass. That's what he does. He's a criminal. He's looking for anything, he can, again, it's not a place one would just want to. He's homeless, and it's an airport. There's maybe some equipment around, or maybe, and if you look at his criminal record, let's see, teens, 2000, shoplifting, underage alcohol consumption, minor infractions. 2005, arrested for attempted murder with a gun. That's not, a normal person doesn't do attempted murder with a gun. Pleaded down to second-degree assault, causing serious bodily injury with a deadly weapon, sentenced to 6 years in prison. While incarcerated, he was charged with felony assault using a weapon, also faced a charge of attempting to escape prison custody, 2017. April 2010, felony domestic violence, menacing, and assault. 2016, second-degree burglary. 2020, felony assault on a peace officer, 6 charges dismissed by the DA. Other recurring charges across years in counties including Pueblo, Montezuma, El Paso, DUI, hit and run, trespassing, fighting in public, violating protection orders, resisting arrest, and property damage. He often missed court dates. And finally, April 10th of this year, Colorado Springs, first-degree criminal trespass, property damage, and resisting arrest at a residence. There you go. He happened to be next to the airport, and he decided to climb the fence, criminal trespass. For what reason, we'll never know. But to tell me he purposely said, okay, this is how I'm going to go out. I know what time this plane takes off. I know the speed of this plane. I have to be in this exact position to complete this. I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, but this is more difficult. This, to me, it was completely, it was self-harm, an accidental self-harm. He had no idea that he was on active. He probably thought it wasn't being used because it was remote. Unstable person with few life prospects ends it by stepping in front of a mass transit. It's a lot easier. You're sure of that. Yeah, right. It happens more than you might think. Yeah, of course it does. I have no question about that. Not arguing that. But what you're trying to tell me is he planned it for that night. That's the reason it's mission implausible. He planned it for that evening. Okay, I got to be in this position. I have to be over the fence by this time because that airline is going over. And look at his demeanor. He was just walking casually. It wasn't like he had a plan. He could have been, hi, I'm going to get in the airport because I can. Nobody's going to tell me where I can't go. I happen to be here. I'm going to go for a nice stroll away from everything. And if you look at that video, he doesn't look left until it's right on him. Right on him. Anyway, that's my theory, for what it's worth. Do I have to repeat myself? Let's see, where does it talk about? He crossed onto a remote runway about 2 miles from the terminal. And he was just wandering around. And he got tagged. Pavel, planes are using those runways 24/7. Why do they call it a remote runway? This isn't exactly a rare occurrence. I think it is. I think it is. If it's a station, if you're working there and you jump into the engine, which a couple people have over the years, yeah, I mean, that's self-harm. Yeah, that's the easy. That's if you want to do it that way. If he had a fetish that he wanted to go out with a jet engine, you wouldn't do it on the runway because you have a low probability of that. I think he was caught by surprise. That's all. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. It was 2 miles away. Okay, whatever. But again, he had to time it. And he wasn't in a rush. And you'd think you'd be looking at your fate, you'd be looking at it, okay, I got to get this just right because I want to go in the engine, I want to get hit. And he wasn't even looking that direction. But you want to believe what you want to believe. I don't. Now, if he had told anyone, he was always talking about it. He wanted to go out with a big splash. He wanted to be hit by a plane and maybe have the plane crash or something, but there's no record of that. And if you watch him carefully, like I've played it over and over, he's casually, I'm not believing it. Now, if he left a note, well, then, I'll stand corrected. A lot of planning to do it. That's a lot of work to go out there. I got to get all the way out to the airport. I got to climb the fence at such and such a time. I got to get over the barbed wire. Then I got barbed wire. Then I have to go over here. And you'd think you'd walk into it, right, to make sure you get hit if that's the way you want to go. But he was going 90 degrees across the field. That's my only point I'm trying to make. I think that right here on this shot, right here, he kind of bends his knees and he turns his head just a little bit. Anyway, it's tough to say. Because I have a right to my opinion, Rufus, Dr. Rufus, Professor Rufus. Exactly why did he do that? He was out wandering around. Look at his criminal history. Why did he do any of that stuff? It was deliberate. I don't think so. We have to differ on this. Interesting, interesting. Why are you saying it was an accident? I don't think when he went out that evening, this is how I'm going to go out. He was too lackadaisical, and he was looking straight ahead. And again, how could you have the perfect timing? You know, I got to get over the fence. Here it is. Here it's coming. He was precisely at the wrong place at precisely the wrong time. Fate, call it whatever you want. But did he go out when he climbed that fence? You think he was thinking of killing himself? Of self-harm. No, I don't think so. It's my opinion. That's rock and roll. It's way to go, baby. Well, I have it on low. It's been a long day. I've been on, let's see, I did 3 hours this morning. I wonder, Jax hasn't contacted me. I hope I'm welcome back on the channel. I wonder if I still have any keys left. Dr. Bob did a good job with me. We hung in there. Oh, I don't think so at all. Oh, wait, somebody out there, some expert out there is going to, at some point, hopefully talk about this. This is DOXX fake moon landing level theory. Again, put yourself into someone who wants to do self-harm, and he wants to have it done by a jet engine, okay? That's how he wants it done. Unless you think he crossed over and he says, okay, I happen to be here at the right place at the right time. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to make up my mind to do it right now. That would be possible. But he sure wasn't in a hurry. But if you're saying, well, he wanted to do it that night, it's pretty low chance. You would wait. You would try to get in the airport, pass security, and just get it while it's stationary to make sure you get it done. That's all I'm saying.
Some men you just can't reach, which is the way he wants it. Well, he gets it.
See, I don't think he did. I think it was a total accident. And he paid the price for jumping that fence and just putting that hoodie over his head and just tuning out and strolling around on a... I mean, if anybody gets on a railroad track, you always think, well, gee, what if a train was coming? Well, you'd hear the train. But he's out way 2 miles from the airport, and he's got the hoodie on, and he's walking, and then all of a sudden he looks, there it is, it's too late. He had a kink for jet engines, man. He liked jet turbo technology, Pamela says. He wanted a closer look. Well, it was pretty quick. I like how some of these news agencies say, well, he was sucked into the engine. No. The engine hit him at 142 miles an hour. He collided with the engine. It was so powerful, it took out the big fan turbo thing in there. And you know how those jet engines are just made to such tight tolerances and tough material, but they're just the speed, they're spinning. And he went right, took out the fan, and he got obliterated half of his body, I would think. He got a closer look. He certainly did. Ten people finally watching. That's the most I've had. Just hanging out. Beautiful day. Put some red in with the succulents. 2 hours, 39 minutes. Market is up. Well, I think it's up. Oh, yeah. 7,444. S&P 500.